clearly, when the Arizona Cardinals asked USC, look, we want your guy. We know he was at Texas Tech and got fired, and you hired him as an offensive coordinator because he's one of those below 40 mad scientist, schemer wonderkins, just like Sean McVay. We want him. We'll pay his $150,000 buyout. We want him. Let's bring Kliff Kingsbury to the NFL level, even though Texas Tech bounced him and he's never been a head coach at the NFL level. And you assume the reason why is you're going to hook him up with your second-year quarterback that you drafted in the first round, and Josh Rosen. And it's not as if there's any video of Kliff Kingsbury out there talking about the Heisman Trophy winner that's everybody thinks is going to play baseball, but is now rumored to be set to say, I want to play in the NFL, put my name in the draft. It's not like there's any video of Kliff Kingsbury back in October saying that Kyler Murray should be, if given the opportunity, drafted first overall. It's not as if there's video. Hold on, I'm being told there's exactly video. What?
Hey now.
What? October 28th, 2018, Kliff Kingsbury, head coach of Texas Tech, getting set to take on Oklahoma, and Kyler Murray had that to say. Now, I know, being a longtime Michigan fan, it goes so far back in my day to the day where Lou Holtz at Notre Dame would be talking everybody up. Rice was gonna give Notre Dame a hell of a game. I'm telling you, that Rice team, we're gonna take that Rice team. I'm telling you, we got to keep our head on swivel. I mean, that Rice team can come in here. I mean, how many times have we seen coaches talk up an opponent?
Every week.
Now, Kliff Kingsbury was at Texas A&M in 2012 as an assistant before he got the job in 2013 at Texas Tech. And in that year, Kyler Murray was a freshman in Allen, Texas, in a high school. And I'm sure he was definitely on Kingsbury's radar screen as the head coach at Texas Tech. So he had seen him for some time. But who would have thought on October 28th, 2018, that the head coach who actually does have the opportunity to select a player first overall in the draft is none other than Kliff Kingsbury. And within an hour of that video hitting Twitter, word hit that Kyler Murray on Sunday is going to announce himself eligible for the NFL draft. The deadline for that is Monday. Now, we all know he's got a contract to play baseball with the Oakland A's, and Scott Boras said he's going to play baseball. Then he won the Heisman Trophy, and Scott Boras kind of backed off a little bit and said, well, there's some options here. So if Kyler Murray does not report when, rookies, I guess one would say, report in mid-February, the A's have an opportunity to say, okay, you can still go to the combine. He's going to the combine. If he wants to play in the NFL, if he is saying, I am going to the NFL draft, he is going to be in Indianapolis, not because the scouts want to see him throw and run. Of course they do. But scouts want him to, A, take a physical and see what's going on in that body of his, and B, look him in the eye and say, how much do you love football? I know you play baseball and you're great at it, and the fact that you're putting it all at risk by saying you're coming to the NFL, I get it. You love football, but do you want to play baseball? Because if you're going to be our quarterback in the NFL, last thing we want to see you do in June and July is, ride the bus, getting ready to try and be a major leaguer, or if you're talented enough, take that 10-game roadie to Yankee Stadium and then down to Tampa, Florida. I mean, you need to get in our playbook. You got to get in our locker room. You got to be our leader. It's got to be one or the other. The day and age of Bo knows football and baseball, and one was a hobby and the other one wasn't. That's over. That's history. Certainly if you're a quarterback. And what does it mean for the Arizona Cardinals that this video surfaces that Kingsbury, I would choose him first overall. He can choose a player first overall. Now, obviously, Steve Keim has a lot to say about it, the general manager that's still there, and the Bidwell family that went ahead and chose Josh Rosen, the first round last year. A source close to the situation tells me Rosen's not going anywhere. Not going anywhere.
So why waste a pick on Kyler Murray?
Well, I don't think they will. But that video is fascinating. And if you don't think that's going to cause all sorts of questions. Kingsbury was on Good Morning Football today, talked up Rosen as a thrower or whatever. There's no way in my mind the Cardinals hire him because he went into the room and put in front of them a plan for Kyler Murray. I don't think they do that. I think they put a plan. He put a plan in front of the Cardinals for Josh Rosen. I don't think him coming into the Bidwell's office, the Bidwell family office with Steve Keim there, and saying, "I know you one and done your coach. I think you also need a one and done your first round quarterback from last year too. And here's my plan for it. So we're going to take Kyler Murray, who's 5'10", first overall, and you need to hire me and pay Lynn Swann $150,000 for the right to do that, and let's go." That sounds completely beyond the realm of possibility to me, but you never know.
Copycat league. Baker's like 5'11". He went number one last year.
Baker's, yeah, and I don't know. Murray might be 5'10" ish.
Right.
Well,
I'm shocked that he's thinking about the NFL.
Why? He just won the Heisman Trophy. It's an intense sport.
I mean, Charlie Ward won the Heisman Trophy and never threw an NFL pass.
No, I understand that. But he did go to the NBA, obviously.
That's what I mean.
I know.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.